Hello, everyone.
Hey. Happy KOTG Tuesday.
Even though we already said hi in the live chat.
Face
welcome.
These are for all the podcast listeners.
Hey.
Hello, podcast listeners.
It's a fall Tuesday. KOTG.
Dan Blue Boss said it. I got it. I got a little bourbon right there, Dan. For the usual.
I have to say, I was pretty excited to see we already had 15 likes before the show even started tonight. That's pretty awesome. Thanks, guys.
I
Well,
know.
shoot. Thanks, everybody.
Starting off nice.
Nate, you drinking a Coors Light tonight?
No, sir.
Hey-o. I like that shirt, man.
It's only one thing I drink right here.
That's a little one.
That's awesome.
That's a little one.
Oh,
They didn't even make them. They didn't even make them that size in Kentucky. They only make the big ones.
I got my glass of $2.95 Aldi wine. Winking out for those connoisseurs out there.
Yeah, it's very distinguished of you.
Oh, it's good stuff. I have no idea where it's made. Well, guys, I'm excited to hear about GIE.
Let's give a couple shout outs to our live chat guys first. So I saw Tyler Swisher came in. Hey, Tyler, how's it going? Still cut lawn. You guys met up with Jay Pello, sounds like.
We
yeah,
did.
we ran in.
I saw
into
him
him
won
Wednesday
some
evening.
award.
We ran
I
into
didn't know he was
him
like a
and
professional.
Jason Troy on
What was it,
Wednesday evening.
Greenskeeper or something like that. Some kind of a I don't remember what it was.
I saw you won an
Awesome.
award, so that was pretty cool running into him. He's from California.
Great. And shout out to Papa, of course, one of our OG listeners. He's multitasking watching the Braves. So
Yeah, the World Series. Hey-o. I see a couple folks in here that I don't know if I've noticed before. There's Evo Lovin. I don't know if I've seen him before. And there was somebody else I thought was new for us here too. I don't know if let me see, where was he?
So, well, let's
welcome
get
everybody.
started.
Dave
Welcome
Galecki.
everybody to the 41st episode of Keep Off the Grass livecast. Before we get into the specifics of the show, I do want to point out two things. One, we're going to grab a glass because we got to grab a glass and keep off the grass. The other things I want to point out is Nate's shirt. Check out Nate's shirt, everybody. He's got a Stripe Life shirt going on. That's pretty awesome looking.
Pretty fire, man.
Matching up with his Bush Light.
It's the Bush Light Stripe Life collab.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
a
about tired of
perfect,
hearing about Bush Light
perfect
and
shirt,
drinking it.
man.
We got the Highlander lawn in here too. Welcome, bro. His first time in the live chat, I believe. If memory serves me correctly.
But then I also got to point out Zach's shirt. He's I don't know if he's channeling Dave Bilecki or somebody else or what. What's the story behind this Hawaiian shirt?
You know, just I was feeling it, man.
All right,
Looks good.
Hawaii 5-0, brah.
looking good.
I
Casual
was feeling
Tuesday.
it.
So when we're walking around GIE, right? We got there a little bit different times because we're staying at different places. Me and Nate were already there. We're at the Baron Brugg booth chilling with those guys. And here comes Zach walking up. And he's got these shades on, the American flag shades,
Yeah.
blue lenses, and he's like, "What's up? What's up, fuckers?" We're like, "Oh, it's gonna be a party."
It's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
so and I was a little like, okay, maybe we pregamed a little hard going into that. And then the next day, you guys have backpacks full of beers the next morning. And I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have been ashamed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys want to start in like chronological order? Start from day one, work our way to the last day, and just kind of give some highlights.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, because I know we all got there bright and early, except for one of us. Olee.
Early. I was bright and early.
Oh, he was early the next day. He was early the next day.
Yeah, what time did you leave, Olee, on So Wednesday, the event went from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And Olee, I think you left at like 3 from.
I left at 5.
Jeez.
I left at like 4:45 ish. Stopped by the food line, grabbed about 4 cases of cheer wines and a pack of nabs, and hit the road.
That's what we were drinking instead of coffee in the morning. We were drinking cheer wines. Warm cheer wines right out of the can.
I think I mixed mine with some Nate's whiskey on. Was that Friday night?
That was probably that's pretty good. Speaking of which, I got one right here. I got cheer wine right here.
Ew.
Yeah, I'd never had one before, so it was good.
We met up at Barenbrug, went and saw Pro Pete. If you guys want to talk a little bit about that, just starting from Wednesday with the Pro Pete, we just kind of touched base with them. We wanted to touch base with the people that, you know, we've had on the show and people we've worked with first off. And then, you know, we kind of wandered around. We ran into Jay Pello, which, like I said at the beginning, I didn't know he was a professional. He won some big awards. I saw him in one of the auditorium rooms, and he was winning an award, which that was pretty cool. I still am curious about that.
He's like one of those rare guys that works in turf, but also has a badass lawn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
He takes his work.
We also ran into Jason Troy that night,
Nice.
which is
Troy
or
Turf
at
Co.
GIE, not that night. In Missouri, Missouri on Instagram. We were with him for a little bit.
He joined the wolf pack. He joined with him pretty much the whole time we were there. We were all
That's awesome.
hanging out together. So that was really cool to get to hang out with him, because almost everything that we did, like, he was around. We were just hanging out, and you know, he kind of joined the KOTG wolf pack, roaming around. But yeah, that was the number one thing, was going to make sure that we got to have a chance to meet all of the people that we've had on the show. So we started with Barenbrug, obviously, and sat and talked with them for a couple hours.
Well, we had to find Barenbrug first.
If we did have to find them, yeah.
So as me and Brent are walking to try and find Barenbrug, we're walking by a booth and we hear free beer. You want one? And naturally our heads snapped around. It's like, sure.
Yes.
So we stopped there and we're chatting with these guys, drinking a couple beers and chatting with them. And we're talking to them for 20 minutes. And Barenbrug is literally right behind us, but we don't realize that. So then after we talk to them for a while, we just keep walking. We're walking all around trying to find them. And it's like, we pull up our map and like, man, they gotta be around here somewhere. So then we came wandering back and we realized that's where they were. So yeah, so then we touched base with them and that's where we ran into Zach and met up with them. So
yeah,
it was confusing because they had their booth was from one of their big distributors, right? The booth was from, what was it, Advanced Turf Solutions or something like that. Who was it?
I got a clip of that. So
but one of their distributors like had gotten the booth, so they didn't have like a big Barenbrug banner. All they had was like their cornhole boards that said Barenbrug on them. And so we were standing right there and we were like, where are they? And then we went and wandered around and we looped back over. We're like, we're standing right here, and Micah was standing right there. Mike and Austin are standing right there. We're like, yeah, these guys could have walked right up behind us and just slapped us in the back of the head.
That's funny.
We were standing right there. But so that was funny.
What?
From seeing some of the stuff, it sounds like this place was huge, like massive, indoor, outdoor. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like you guys probably couldn't even see it all if you ran around and tried to.
Well, like that first day, yeah, we barely saw anything is what I was getting at. We bounced to a couple of the people that we knew. And then actually they were like paging over the announcements at 7. It's time. You got to exit the building. And like, we're like just chilling. We're like, whatever.
We don't even
and we're just talking. We have like a big group around us and we're talking. And
that's when we did the first Instagram live from the KOTG account. We were standing with Jason Troy and Jay Pello and Missouri, and they were paging us to get out of there.
Yeah, we were probably the last ones out. And so then I want to get to the end of this night with Olee, but then we ended up cabbing our GIE passes got us downtown to a concert, which that guy was rocking, man.
Granger Smith, yeah,
buddy.
He was. They were crushing it, man. Like I like some heavy stuff, and man, that guitar was chunky, and they were like playing country though, like it was sweet. But
I didn't know who he was. I listened to a little bit of country, but not a lot. I had no idea who he was.
We tried getting the guitarist to put a KOTG sticker on his guitar before he went up on stage, and he was having none of that.
Oh yeah,
Missouri. Here's one thing. If any of y'all have ever talked to Missouri, or if you haven't, now you know. But he's literally like, yeah, I don't care. I'll ask him. So he grabs a sticker and he goes right up to the guitar player from Granger Smith, and he's like, hey, can you put this sticker like on your guitar and give us a shout out? He's like, yeah, sorry, no, man, I can't do that.
But when we rolled up to so we got an Uber there, and we rolled up, we saw Cam and Girls Lawn from We Working. Yep. And we went up to them for a little bit.
Yeah, Turf Therapy and Polo Fields, they were all chilling together. We ran into them like right as soon as we got there. That was cool.
But we were like so hungry because all of us really didn't eat all day. So we were like, okay, we gotta find some food. And like everything was like
hours
wait. So we put in somebody did, Brent, whoever put that in, that was a good call. But we got some food. Actually, I ate a terrible steak. And we just hung out and listened to the band all night. And then I wish Olee was on here right now. And then you guys can tell a story about Olee rolling up at 2 a.m.
Rolling up at 2 a.m.
So we're texting Olee like the whole night, like, dude, where you at? What time you gonna be here? I'm on the way. So like I felt like Louisville, I mean, I'm not gonna dog on it, but I felt like everything closed very early. And so it was like, I think it was like 11 o'clock and pretty much kind of shut down.
There was nothing to do.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah. So we ended up getting back to is that the night we walked back, or is that the night we
walked back? Yeah.
So me and Brent walked back to our flat.
Everybody was cheering on some kid named Brandon. I'm not sure what that was about. Like literally all of Louisville was about. They were really Brandon. Excited about some guy named Brandon. I don't know.
Yes, we walked back and Olee sent a screenshot of his GPS, and he's, I'm like, dude, he's not gonna be here till like 2-3 in the morning. So our room, everything has like a number code to get in the door, then get up to our room and all that stuff and get in. So we sent him all that information. We're like, all right, we're going to bed. So we go to bed and like, what was it? 5:30 in the morning, the door opens and me and Brent both just like pop right up, and it's Olee coming in and we're like, yeah, like 5-something in the morning. We're like, what's going on, man? And all this. So then he dips on the couch and gets some sleep. Well, he tried to, but oh, there he is. Oh, Olee's got the leftovers.
Oh yeah.
He's got the leftovers.
Tell him about why you couldn't sleep. Why couldn't you sleep when you got inside the house?
I wasn't real sure if it was McCullen or if it was a bear. But I rolled in about 2 o'clock. I don't know what y'all were saying, and the whole time I'm thinking, well, he didn't give me the code and all. I thought, well, I'm gonna be a good dude, and I'm not gonna wake them two up. So I laid across the front seat after trying to find a motel, and I passed out to about 4:30. And I was like, man, I can't lay here a little longer across the front seat. And so I went to another hotel, nothing, washed my face, took off to their place, eased in. Soon as I opened the door, what's up, brother? Both of them said something. I was like, well, damn, they ain't even asleep. I laid across the couch and I thought, dang, I'm going to go to sleep. And no more than I got. I mean, it started. No. First, it started with Brent. Brent said, just go ahead and warn you. Nate snores. Boy, he started letting them get it. And I laid there. Next thing I know, I'm giggling. I'm just laughing. I'm like, man, what the hell? My number one rule is don't leave the house without earplugs.
I was like, did you bring your earplugs?
And I broke my own. Man, I left so quick.
Oh yeah.
I was sleeping with my AirPods in my ear, listening to music.
Just something.
I do. It was
Yeah.
Oh,
fun.
Nate.
But to make things even worse, so I drew the short straw and had to sleep on the top bunk. And like literally the ceiling is like 1 foot from me, and then the wall is like right here. So not only did I warn you guys last episode that I snore, but it's even worse because I'm up in this corner and it just echoes. It makes it like
man.
like 5 times worse. So I mean, I slept pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but
You're just there doing your thing, you know?
yeah, try and get some rest so I can go to
There you
GIE,
go, You're feeling great come Thursday morning.
Joe's asking me what the best bourbon at GIE was, and I'll tell you. So
I was
the
curious
next
too.
day,
Yeah, you
so the
spent
next
some
day
money.
we get up, and we're kind of starting our day. And Nate and I went on a little expedition to go find. We went to go find some beers.
Bush
And,
lights.
and we found a liquor store that was like around the corner from where we were at. So the thing about the liquor store that was cool is it was a liquor store, but then they also had a bar in there, and you could do like bourbon tastings and stuff. They had, I don't even know, a couple hundred bottles of bourbon in there. And so you could, buy, a shot of whiskey and, sit there and try it. So I
That's
tried
pretty cool.
the E.H. Taylor Warehouse C. For any bourbon aficionados, you guys will know, but it's really super hard to find. And if you can find it, you're talking thousands of dollars for a bottle. So I was like, I got to try it. So I'm sitting there drinking like a $30 1 ounce pour. Nate looks at the girl. He goes, "Hey, can I crack one of these Bush Lights in here?" She's like, "Yeah, go for it." So me and Nate are sitting there at the bar. I put it on my Instagram. I put it in my story. A little Bush Light next to a, whatever, $3,000 bottle of whiskey.
It's about the same.
Was it good?
Funny.
How was it? What'd you think, Brent? What was your takeaway from that? shot?
It was very good. It was very good.
Yeah.
A little more complex than the H. Taylor small batch, which is a little easier to find. I got a couple bottles of that hiding over here, but it was
Nice.
definitely worth it. It was it was one to try.
Sure.
We'll kind of go from there, but yeah, we had a good time though. And
So then what Thursday, what was some cool stuff you guys saw?
what was the cool stuff that you saw? Me and Nate are sitting there
Yeah, Zach, tell us, man.
ignoring
What did you
stories.
see,
What
brother?
did you see?
Thursday, so a few things I thought we're seeing. Actually, I really thought that grasshopper was unique that we were looking at, Olee.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's called, right? Yeah, it's you know how like a Ventrac has a bunch of different attachments and stuff that you can put on it. Well, this grasshopper is not similar, but it's you can put everything from a snowplow to a snowblower to a mower to an enclosed unit. So you have a door on it. So you're like, if it was for snow, there's just so many different attachments and stuff for it. And
Zach, you don't have any pics queued up, do you, at all, of any of that?
I don't.
Just out of
No.
curiosity. That's
the
fine.
thing, man. We
That would be
barely
cool.
took any video or pictures,
Yeah.
I feel like, but
You were in the moment, man. I get it. It's like Disneyland.
that was
with lawn care
cool.
nuts.
I looked at it earlier that morning, and I looked at it with Olee later in the afternoon. And then, all the mowers are just, beefy and
Insane.
beefy, heavy steel. It just seemed there was just a lot of good mowers there. And then I did see, I think it was Steel. They have like the highest performing blow job you can get right now because they were pushing out bricks. They were blowing bricks with the with the blower. So I thought that was cool. I watched those guys for a while outside one day. But I don't know what Olee, you were chatting it up with a bunch of people. What were you checking out?
I was checking out like Underhill. Underhill does a bunch of irrigation stuff, has a bunch of hose, different type of nozzles and stuff to water with. They have pellet guns. They have a bunch of stuff far as irrigation goes. And probably like somebody like Dave Villecky or something knows a whole lot more because they're real big into golf. And I've been trying to help or ask them, to sort of branch into the DIY side, as far as the quality hoses.
Yeah.
The quality rain gauge, not really rain gauges, water auditing, cups, stuff of that nature. So got to talk with them. Talked with VP Fuels, because I'm used to VP Racing, but they've also got, their two-stroke stuff and their small engine stuff where it doesn't have ethanol in it. So talk with them. Definitely got to, hang out with John, Pro Pete and all. Let's see. Ran into the boys from Earthworks. That was cool. Got to finally meet Jack Higgins. I can't say face to face because he's like a foot taller than I am. But I can't believe how tall he was.
Olee, I thought it was cool. You ran into those dudes from the Moonshiners.
Oh yeah, yep. Mark and Digger.
Yeah,
yep. They were cool as everything, man. We sat down and talked a good bit because I wouldn't mind having some copper, and he told me can't do it. And anyway,
yeah.
Who is it?
Mark and Digger from Moonshiners.
You ever watch
on
like
Discovery
the History Channel.
Moonshiners?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't know you ran into them.
Yeah, them dudes as cool as everything.
That's cool.
But I met a lot of people face to face. Met a lot of people didn't know who they were, but learned who they were, and missed a bunch of people that I did want to see. But there's no way to see all that in 3 days.
No,
I was only there for 2 days, but there's no way to see it all in 3 days.
It was pretty cool when we were walking outside and I saw Aldrich Landscaping. He lives, he services area around kind of where I live. But he mows all like the mansion homes and stuff, like his business. But I went up to him and introduced myself, told him where I'm from. And he was like, "Oh, sweet. I've never met someone that close." And Olee was beside me. He looks at Olee's tag and his face was like, "I follow you." He's like, "You got the baddest lawn on Instagram, man."
That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, that was the bet. That was probably one of my favorite moments. Is we were standing there at the Site One. We're standing there at the Site One booth, and Olee walks up to this big ass spreader, and this big Let's Go ride on spreader. He's looking at it, and the guy's like, I forget what he said, but it was just it was like one of us was like, "Yeah, this guy's got the baddest lawn on the internet." And so somebody pulled it up on their phone. They're like, "Look, this is who you're talking to," because he's looking at Olee's badge. He's like, "Oh, he's not with a company or whatever." And like, "No, this man's got the baddest lawn in the world." And so one of us pulls it up and shows it to him, and he goes, "Oh shit." He was like, and he just goes, he's like, yeah, I think we got to get one of these on that property. So that was pretty fun. We had a lot of those types of things. But yeah, that was the best part, just meeting people, being able to meet people that we've interacted with or people that we've talked to, either through social media stuff, people that we've had on the show. I mean, that was great being able to hang out with John Pocock and his wife from Pro Pete, and like really get to know them and kind of solidify that friendship with them and stuff. And met a couple other great companies and good people. Made a good relationship with some of the people that we want to have on the show before that we don't, or on the show soon that we had spoken to before. So that's going to be coming up. I don't know if Zach or Nate, if you guys want to hit on that. We don't have a date lined up, but that'll be fun.
Yeah. No, I think, like I said,
yeah, go ahead.
But I was going to say, yeah, I mean, we hit up, Spiker booth, talked with Roger, who was on the show. It was good to get a picture with him, meet him in real life and stuff. And like you guys said, just, we ran into Clint, running into the lawn tools, running into Justin, the lawn whisperer. It was kind of cool. You're walking around and, you talk to these guys. Some of these guys I have conversations with daily, and it was just kind of like, it was cool to actually shake their hand and meet them and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I think it's just as much social as it is anything else. Yeah, there's hundreds of companies there and there's tons of stuff to see, but half the time you're walking around, your head's on a swivel, just trying to be like, oh, who are you seeing? Or, and some of the people I didn't recognize, I think we were walking around the Missouri and he's like, oh, there's that person. Like, I didn't know who half those people were. So, I mean, that was kind of cool just to see all them. And, and, you're looking for people. And like Olee said, there's people you wanted to run into and you never did, or like Olee, he said he ran into like Ryan Knorr and Ryan DeMay. And, I definitely wanted to run into those guys and I never did. Me and Brent ran into Alan Hain and Jimmy Lewis and Brett Goodyear. So I was like, we ran into all those guys and kind of talked to them for a few minutes and stuff. But it was just kind of weird how as we got split up, we would run into different people. And as you come back, like, oh yeah, I ran into this person. It was just kind of cool how that all worked out.
Yeah.
So Halloween domination. What are we talking about with Halloween domination? I didn't even know this was a thing last year.
No,
I had no idea that this was like this was a lawn care community internet thing. Halloween domination. So if you're new, it's a thing that you've got to dominate for Halloween.
This has got to be.
How do we do that? What's the plan?
Dominate all year, man.
Season thing. Yeah. The neighbors already know.
Son of a bitch.
Just another day in the office.
Tell you, I'll be honest,
Zach's over here playing 50 Shades of Green, being dominating.
Yeah, that was good.
There is something about getting the lawn, you're looking good, knowing all those parents of little kids are going to be walking around the neighborhood. I think it's part of that fun, like, to cap off the end of the season. At least for me, I love to try to get one more mow in to get ready for Halloween, maybe mow just afterwards too, but throw some iron down, get it real dark green, and just get it looking good, tight those edges up. I don't know. I think it's fun.
So when you put your iron down, if you're targeting, let's just say trick or treat Saturday, what product are you going to use and when are you going to do it?
So this year I'm not doing any of that because I got the new Renault and whatever. But last year when I had the old place and it was looking good, I put ironite down. That's what I got. That's all I really knew about. That was super high in iron, and I watered that in. I think it was maybe a week or two beforehand. But I mean, yeah, the lawn was looking good anyway. But if you're doing liquids, though, you could probably do it much sooner than that. I don't know. I didn't know about SLS back then. I just use ironite.
Yeah, if you're using a granular, I would say, depending on your forecast and rain and watering schedule and all that, but yeah, you're probably looking more like 10 to 7 days out to get that kind of effect of the green up. Anything that's like a lawn food that's got a real high nitrogen, like urea, you could put that down, same thing, a week or so ahead. That's going to do a similar effect. But yeah, if you're going to go liquid, you can go 48 hours. Honestly, like I was looking to do it tonight, but I literally got home. I mowed my lawn because I didn't mow. I mowed before we left for GIE, and it had been raining all weekend, so I got to mow in tonight. But then we had conferences for my daughter, and so we had to leave and go do that. But then it's supposed to rain the next 48 hours solid, so I was like, crap. So me personally, I'm not going to get any product down before Halloween. Which honestly, I'm in an okay position. Like my lawn's looking very well right now. But if I was, what I wanted to do, if it wasn't raining tomorrow, I'd be putting down some either lawn energizer from Simple Lawn Solutions, which is like a 600 with iron, I think 5% iron. Is that right? 6%, 5%?
It's like 5, yeah, something like that.
So 5 or 6% iron in there. I would be going with that. That'd be the product I'd be going with. Or even hit.
Let's look. Got some right here.
I think it's 6%, isn't it? But yeah, so I'd be throwing that down, or I'd be
5%.
5%. Okay.
5% iron in the 6OL.
Yeah. So like I said, I'd hit that, or even go with like one of their liquid fertilizers, like the 16-4-8, something like that. Put that down. I think that'd have a good little pop to it as well. But yeah, what you're doing, the Halloween domination thing, like Bill said, clean up those edges, get a mow in, because what you got to realize is you're going to have, depending on where you live, you're going to have about 50 to 100 dads walking around looking at your lawn. But I'll warn you, you're also going to have about 50 to 100 kids walking through your lawn. And I didn't really think about it. Like last year, I was like, dude, like tell your kids to go around, it probably took about 10 kids before I was like, all right, I just got to let it be, but the first couple, I'm like, seriously, like, what are you teaching these kids? And I'm like, all right, I'll let it go for this one day, not like a UPS man or anything that just walks through your yard, but
Nate, speaking of that, I saw a neighbor of mine in this neighborhood. They have, like you put little stakes around the edge of your yard and then you put the tape around it to keep off. And they put like little styrofoam tombstones in their yard to kind of make it like a spooky decoration. And I'll bet you that keeps everyone off the grass,
Yeah. So
Halloween
just
every
holiday, you should just change that. Put like little candy canes out there. The little hearts for Valentine's Day.
American flags.
Shamrocks and Easter eggs. You can do a
water
whole
sprinkler.
Hey, so when you mow, when are you timing your mow? If like trick or treats tomorrow night, did you mow this evening, or are you mowing tomorrow before trick or treat?
So I'm gonna mow Saturday morning again. I'm gonna like
Saturday night's trick or treat.
Yeah.
So you're mowing the morning of trick or treat.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna like triple cut that thing. I'll lay a design in there. I'll freshen up my stripes. Lay a design. I'll triple cut that.
Yeah.
So I'll probably spend an hour or two getting that thing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same because it rained all day today. It's gonna rain all day tomorrow.
My wife's giving me big eyes over here, like, what? You're gonna spend 2 hours in the lawn before Halloween? We gotta get the
my wife
ready.
same thing, man. She was like, it's Halloween. I'm like, babe, I got one more mow in for the season. I gotta do it. Yeah. Saturday. It's gonna rain here these next couple of days. So Saturday, hopefully, will be my day.
Yeah.
Squeezing in between carving pumpkins and going to pumpkin patches and we have so many pumpkins in our house right now. It's ridiculous. Thankfully they're all small, but we're going to go buy more so we can carve them. God, it's such a racket, but it's fun.
It looks like like so much of the country right now is getting slammed by rain. That's what everybody seems to be saying in the chat. Everybody's like, I'm not going to be able to mow till Saturday. Like it is what it is.
Yeah. We got like 3 inches just on Sunday. And then like 2 days were just cloudy. And then, like I said, it's supposed to start tomorrow at like 6 a.m. They're talking another 3 to 4 inches in the next 48 hours. So
at least Sunday, it wasn't raining. I was able to get some stuff going in my yard because I did some disease X, and then I did some granular application. And then I did on top of that, did an 0025 from Simple Lawn Solutions. Try to clear up. Number one, it's 2 things going on. It's a little bit of brown leaf spot that I'm seeing, but also it just looks like a K deficiency too. And a lot of that stuff. We talked about that and shared all those things with you guys. That was kind of some of the feedback that you guys gave me and kind of what I think is going on. So I went for a little bit of both. And then of course that was Sunday. And then last night around 7-8 o'clock, it started dumping, and and half my yard was flooded this morning. It's like, all right, well, great, fantastic. We'll see how that goes. But what you gonna do? Yeah. Golf course lawn said I get a disease every time I go on vacation.
Somebody's messing with you.
There is too much.
That's funny when you think about it. Get a disease every time I go on vacation.
No comment.
Somebody's messing with you.
Hey, I want to hear more. So I'm genuinely curious. I want to hear more about these Toro electric mowers you guys were goofing around with a little bit and checking out. What'd you guys think? And then do they use the same battery that they have for their trimmers and blowers? Because I got like 4 of them, and Lord knows eventually I'm getting me an electric Toro. I would like to use the same battery.
Hint, hint, Toro.
Right. I'll buy it if I have to.
Well, I have an email out
I'll
to
clip it out.
somebody from Toro to have them. So Nate and I made some connections with some folks at Toro to get them on the show. So that's in the works. Hopefully we'll be able to get that done. But we spoke to some people at Toro. Surprisingly, they knew who we were, which I thought was cool. They were like, "Oh, we've heard about you guys." We're like, "Fantastic! Come on our show and talk about what's new in the homeowner market, what's new in the residential market." And like you said, those battery operated mowers. And Nate and I did go test drive. We went and test drove a couple mowers because I wanted to go drive some other stuff, but the main one that I was kind of interested in trying out, I wanted to see what it was about, was the battery powered one. And I made that quick reel, and that pretty much sums it up. I mean, it rips. Because Nate was talking about, he's like, "Oh, that's weird. It doesn't have personal pace on it," because it's like the commercial line. So maybe I guess they don't do personal pace on the commercial line.
Yeah.
But so he was like, "Oh, it doesn't have personal pace." And so we were looking at that. We were talking about that. And I started that thing up, and I was like, "Oh, I don't see like a clutch on here I don't see like a pace selector." And so it's literally just, how much are you gripping it? Like if you grip it all the way, it's going to go all the way. And if you just pull it up a little bit, then it's going to go a little bit. But I took off that first time I grabbed it, it ran away from me. That's cool though. What were your thoughts on that, Nate? You gave it a little test drive.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy how quiet it was, because like we were trying to get it started, and like when we were starting it, like I mean it's loud out there, because there was 10 60-inch decks running around. I mean there's 18-year-old kids on those things full throttle, popping wheelies and just flying around. I mean just beating the hell out of those mowers. I hate to say it, but there was a lot of just people just wanted to Ricky Bobby it and go fast. But that's kind of what it was. I mean, so like, yeah, we're standing in the middle of like this racetrack, like pushing these electric mowers as people are like flying around on the big old riders and stuff. And I was like, damn, we're gonna get. But yeah, I mean, as soon as you grab, like,
did they have the blades on them too?
It sounded like it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's so funny.
Well, it was
just have at it, kids, go for it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they all did, but like, what was it? The Time Master you started up and then you hit the blade, and I was like, damn, it actually has the blade in it. It sounded like it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to Brent's
did they have
point,
an electric Time Master, or was that just a Time Master?
I never saw an electric one.
Yeah, probably not. Probably takes too much juice.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, there was just so much out there. But Zach, you were talking about like the GPS ones. I mean, those things were like, those were mind blowing. Well, you're just sitting there watching this big unit, just go around, going around it, just basically a GPS mower. And like someone, I think it was Justin Lawn Whisperer, was saying, like, think about that. You could program that thing. Maybe you do the perimeter and then it starts just doing stripes, and you could be, if you had a business, you could be off edging, trimming, doing whatever, while this thing's like mowing the interior of the yard and stuff. So
yeah, no, for sure.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, even like the ones that are like the right mowers, like I think Skag had one too, and you can just it looks like just something you would ride, and then you're controlling it with your phone. Which yeah, it's great. What's up, Cody?
You had like that technology, but then you also had like the full out robotic ones, and I think they're two, and in my opinion, they look like they're two different kind of technologies. One was purely like so it was like like real low to the ground. Probably only sat like 2 foot tall, maybe not even.
Yeah.
And basically it was just an all computerized motor, or like but it's just they're just completely different looking. Like Toro had one.
Cool.
Toro had one. Then there was a couple. They had like some hills and stuff where they were showing some of those robotic ones, like going up the hills and inside and kind of come back down. It was pretty cool.
Did the Toro, the big robotic one, whatever one that one? I think you guys, somebody posted some pictures. I mean, everybody did. I think it looked pretty sweet. Did they say if it would lay some stripes too? That was my peeve with those ones, is they the little ones anyway, they don't ever lay stripes. They just kind of tippy chop your grass every now and then, and you never know it's not mowed.
Every time I asked that, or I was kind of making jokes about it, like, oh, is this, and people were just kind of like, like they didn't think I was serious. It was like a serious, legit question, but they didn't find it as like a serious question. So I personally never got a really straight answer.
Yeah.
Every time I asked them, like, hey, is it lay some stripes? And also, like, you couldn't tell outside because everything was just beat to hell outside.
Dirt and dust. Yeah.
I mean, there's backhoes digging 5, 6, 7 foot holes. It was crazy. Like they just completely tore the hell out of that thing outside.
Hey, real quick before we move on to Lawn of the Week, I kind of wanted to tell a little story about Friday night. So Friday night, not a lot of people stayed. It was me, Nate, and my buddy, Miller Time. He actually got blown up with friend request this weekend. That's awesome. But so we met up with Wicked Green Lawn.
Yeah.
Wicked Green Lawn Consultant. Yeah.
And we had dinner with me, Nate, and my buddy Blake. And then so he went home, and then me, Nate, and my buddy were like, all right, well, we're gonna go out. So we're looking up bars, and we look up, we see a blues bar is like right down the street. So we walk up there. Well, first off, everybody was 60 years old or above in that thing. So we were like, all right, let's keep going.
Well, and no live music.
And there's no live music, and they had a cover. That's another story. But anyway, so we went on, we kept walking. Went to this next bar. It was just packed. We're like, screw it. And I'm like, dang it, like my buzz is wearing off. I need to get a drink in there. So we end up walking even farther, and then we're like, hey, let's go up to that PBR bar, professional bull riding bar. And it was like you had to like walk upstairs. So we went up there, and we're chilling on the patio, and then Nate looks at his Instagram, and he sees that Swardman and Lanzi have a private booth at this bar.
Ooh.
So
when we talked to him
short, we end up there.
Well, Friday we stopped at their booth, and we spent probably a good half hour Friday afternoon talking with them and just kind of getting to know them a little bit, and then like you said, we left, and
it was just crazy after going to all those bars and trying to find somewhere to go, and we ended up at the bar that we didn't even know they were there, and then we were right there. So shout out to them. That was a great night. It was on them, so really appreciate that.
Yeah, it looked like they had a nice booth for sure.
Yeah, hooked us up with everything, even ordered triple the amount of pizza that we needed.
We just ate and then we went there, and
awesome. It was 4 pizzas bigger than my kitchen table. Like they're like huge pizzas, dude.
Yeah, I was bummed I missed out on that one, because we had a good conversation with them on Friday afternoon at their booth, because we had reached out to them before about coming on the show, and like we just haven't solidified any dates and stuff. And then obviously now they're distributing for Swardman. We had mentioned that a couple weeks ago. Real Rollers is no longer distributing Swardman, so they're going to be the main point of contact for Swardman mowers, Lanzi. And I thought it was cool because they're about an hour from me in New Jersey, so I thought that was kind of sweet. And we stood and talked to him at the booth, and then I was really bummed because I left to go catch a plane, and you guys ended up running into him and having a great building a great relationship with them, like a good point of contact with the owner and stuff. And I was like, man, that would have been a lot of fun. Yeah, it looks like you guys had a blast doing that. So,
yeah, Andrew, he was crazy. He was tearing it up. He was.
Talk about on the show. He was talking to me, and I'm like, dude, this is exactly how we talk on the show. Like, we're just chilling, drinking, and he was like all for it. So, yeah, he was riding the bull. I mean, he was they were fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, so we're excited to, hopefully bring them on here sometime soon. But we got contact with a couple other great companies that we're, excited, that we're excited to bring on, companies that, you guys know, companies that you may not know. And that's kind of the name of the game, is what can we find that we're going to bring into the forefront and that we can put out there into the world, the DIY market, and say, hey, here's something new. Maybe you haven't heard of it. Maybe you have. Let's see. I don't know.
Yeah,
we got another issue we got to we got to tackle, right? We got lawn of the week here.
Yeah, we do. Whew. Fall time, the lawns cool season are looking good.
No,
And
you're not
the
kidding.
stripes are absolute fire right now. The submissions we've had is just, it's incredible. I don't know. I'm jealous. I was talking to my wife about, okay, this weekend coming up, I need to mow between 2 and 2:30 because that's when the sun is just right in the front yard so I can get the stripes on camera. And she's, bless her heart, she's, I don't care about your stripes. We got pumpkin patches. We got things like it's like, but babe, the kids will be napping. It'll be perfect. So anyway, yeah, there's been a lot of great submissions. You know, it is what you got to negotiate. You know, pick and choose.
Yeah. Well, Zach,
yeah,
you got the pictures ready, Zach?
What you want to see?
It is.
You know, no stranger in the house.
Definitely no pictures of the cab ride home Friday night.
Oh man, yeah, that was the best cab ride I've ever had in my life, and I've taken a lot of Ubers under the influence, and that was the best ever.
Is that the one that was something about if you were in Nate's town and you talked crap about Bush Light, you would probably get punched in the throat.
Get beat up.
The guy was going back and forth and really playing with it, and Nate had to pee so bad before that, and he was grabbing on all types of doors downtown trying to get in to pee, and everything was locked. So he's running here, running there, or trying to open this door. It's all locked. So I'm like, screw it, we just got an Uber, and then he ended up taking the wrong way, so we had to go a long way, and Nate was giving him crap.
I'm like toe tapping. I'm like, you see this? I got the toe tap going. That means I got to piss bad. And the dude had never heard of Bush Light. He never heard of Bush Light soap before. So I'll tell you what, I had to let him know about that.
Yeah, I can't even recite the story well enough to tell it, so I don't even. But I'm not even gonna butcher it. So
I gave him the recommendation to get some Bush Light soap and see what his lady thinks about that.
I think you told him what your lady does when you use it, and that's what made me crack up.
Oh man, is that why she drives through the yard? Is that why she drives through the yard?
Yeah. God bless her soul.
Cab, and my buddy's like, "You got Bush Light soap?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm just joking. I made that up."
They do make it though. They really make it.
We got 2 thumbs down, fellas. I guess people don't want to hear us telling our
Kenny Cooper told us one of those was his.
Yeah, I can tell you where you can put those thumbs.
When Kenny was sitting there with us at the live cast, he said, "Oh, I always give you guys a thumbs down." He told us that he does it every week. He said he does.
That turd.
So we know where one of them comes from. We know one of them is Kenny. He's trying to keep us humble. I said, no, I said, you know what, Kenny, I respect that. That's cool, man.
We are a controversial show after all, so can't please everybody. Gotta love Kenny.
He did have
awesome.
You did have about five or six acres sitting there beside each other at the Baron Bug booth with Olee and Kenny.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you didn't catch the show,
let's get to this lawn of the week. Come on.
Yeah, let's do this lawn of the week. There's a guy that's making
this.
some comments. There's a guy that's making some comments over here in the live chat. He's talking about let's see, what did he say? He said, nap time is lawn time.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, my New Jersey brother.
Truth.
Congratulations, your lawn of the week this week. Because apparently that nap time is treating your lawn right. So the velvet lawn. Congratulations, my dude.
Good job, bruh. Ooh.
Looking great.
Reminds me of the gas station out here, Stripes.
Yeah, he's a little bit north of me. He's about 30 minutes north. Next time I'm over that way, I'm going to, I think I might try to figure out where he's at.
Hey, Velvet, we know you're in the chat. What's your lawn? What's your mix there? Tell us what you're growing.
365 SS.
Is that what he did?
Pretty sure.
That's awesome. Looks good, man.
Mountain View.
Yeah, he went through Tuckahoe. Got himself some seed.
Ooh.
I love it when you can get the diamonds. I have yet to do that in my yard. I don't, maybe that's not a fescue thing. I don't know.
Oh
Granted,
yeah.
Olee can do it, but he's got a beast of a yard. I'm over here working with 1,000 square feet.
I've seen it in my yard once or twice. You know what it is? It's you got to get the pic. You got to take the picture at the right time. Like you were talking about when to take the picture. That's really what it is. Like you can catch it if you take that picture at the right angle at the right time.
His overseed looks really good, or at least his reno. I mean, that turned out great. Crisp edges, tight.
Looks like another one for the old straight stripes, boys.
Ooh. Brent, when did you do your seeding this year? Do you guys do it a little bit? Like I did mine mid-September, and I was trying to go early. Remind me, when would you guys do it out there in Jersey?
I'd have to look back and see exactly when it was. I want to say it was Labor Day weekend.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
that gives you time to give it.
I did mine. I'm pretty sure Labor
Day
weekend or the weekend after. I may have done my in-laws Labor Day weekend and mine the weekend after. But yeah, right around the beginning of September. I mean, listen, mine looks really good. It's just, like I said, I think it's a K deficiency, and I think that it's just a little bit of disease starting to set in. So,
but honestly, Brent, like even if it's not K deficiency, I mean, this time of the year, throwing down some extra K is not a bad thing.
Oh no, that was in my plan anyway. It was in my plan. I was gonna do it probably in about probably about 2 weeks. I was gonna hit it with that 0025 from SLS. So that was already in the plan. So I just went ahead and put it down with everything else that I did. So we'll see. I think it'll come back just fine. Yeah, Nate got some Baron Brug lip balm.
These lips right here are brought to you by Baron Brug.
Be careful with what you say.
This is some good lip balm, boys. I wish I would have grabbed about 5 or 6 of them. Maybe I can email Micah. Maybe we'd be able to give some of this lip balm away on the show.
Well, that's a good idea.
You should have stuck around. They were laid up there as freebies.
I mean, we're heading into wintertime. Your lips are going to get a little chapped. You're going to need some good lip balm.
Everybody needs good lip balm.
I'll have to see if we can do that for you guys. See if we can get people in the live chat with some lip balm.
Yep. Maybe that's something we can include in our 1,000 subscriber giveaway.
Did you see those little bags of grass seed they were giving away?
I saw the ones you took.
I
was going to get me one, and then I think they were all gone by the time we were walking out. I wanted to grab one.
I got some RTF and some their bluegrass.
That's what you need, some bluegrass in that lawn.
So when you're talking small bags of lawn, are they like little vending machine size packets?
Yeah.
Okay.
The little
so maybe you could do like a desk lawn or whatever, something fun to keep your mind busy over the winter.
They do plenty of those.
Not that you don't have things. Yeah, not that you don't have things to do, Dolly. You're a busy guy. I know it.
Yeah, hopefully I get some yard back to where I can join back in the fun here for too long.
I saw your story. You're getting germination. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, things are germinating. Everybody else is getting all the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Last night's the first rain we've had in probably 2.5 weeks, probably.
There'll be more heading your way.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I don't want too much at one time because I do have some places that were bare dirt and I don't want to be fixing those.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Papa, I did check out the mower with the 102-inch deck. That was nice.
They had 144-inch deck.
Yeah, the red one.
That was the biggest one I saw. Jeez. I was right. I was walking around looking at big old decks, trying to figure out which was the biggest one.
With your lip balm in your front pocket.
Oh, that's real nice.
I had one in each pocket. You know what? But you guys didn't come home with a spreader like I did.
No, that's pretty lucky. But I come home with
that's insane.
I come home with a free bottle of whiskey and a bunch of Bud Light, Bush Light.
Bud Light.
Hey, Olee, did you ratchet strap that in on the way home, or did it ride safe?
We just rolled. I only ratchet strapped down that toilet paper the other day to mess with y'all. I said, I got to do this to mess with y'all. There was 2 TVs laying on the back of there. They didn't go nowhere.
So the whole time, Olee drove the old 1-ton flatbed diesel, and I swear he backed into this Jeep that was out there. No, man, you should have seen this Jeep. It literally looked like record. This Jeep. It looked like this Jeep hit a telephone pole at 80 miles an hour, and it's just like
I saw that.
Out. Oh, crazy!
I saw that. Yeah. That's insane.
But
you just parked there like no big deal.
Yeah. So we go out to Olee's truck, and everything. Like I had my carry-on, my backpack, everything. It's like just throw it on the back. It ain't going anywhere. Just throw it on the back. It ain't going anywhere. Like everything. And I'm like, dude, something's gonna fly off of here. So I throw the old Bush lights up there. I'm like, I'm strapping these babies in. So we had to strap them in. But yeah, we rode around Louisville and Olee's flatbed. It was a good time.
Did you see anything that piqued your interest when you were there? I mean, you're certainly more in the area of like beefy things that maybe the industry would be into versus DIY guys. Anything there that got you little tingles going on here, a little spider sense?
You were looking at that one spike cedar. You were looking pretty hard at that
Stinger makes a ride-on cedar or a ride-on core plugger that has a seed box, like a digital controlled seed box. And I'd like to have one of those in the 36-inch because it will core plug 3 acres in an hour. So that would really cut some time down over here versus riding a tractor.
Yeah.
So it's so nimble and quick. So that would be really nice. I was supposed to demo one this year, and things were just so tight and so short with all the crap going on in production and stuff like that. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other stuff. I'm sure just like you say, there was ungodly amounts of stuff to see. I wish I would have been there a day sooner. And honestly, I was going to bail because somebody told me the masks were mandatory. I was like, man, I'm bailing. And then I started seeing y'all's stories, and I was like, I can't bail on my boys. I come in and told my wife, I was like, I'm going to go. She's like, hit the road. I'm out of
here.
Well, I remember it was like we're at GIE, and I'm like, Olee's still cutting rocks. I was like, he ain't gonna be here. I was like, he's gonna be here way freaking late. Because like I said, me and Brent went and found that little bar grocery store, and we started slamming. We were slamming, and Zach kind of hitting on it. And I don't know how many people caught it, but yeah, like we just walked around. Like we kind of brought some bags with us. We threw like 6-packs in those bags. We're walking around like a 6-pack, and we just stopped and filled up, change out cans in a koozie and just walking around. And I didn't realize. And then like, I think I finished my last beer. I threw it away, and then I see a sign that says like no alcohol. And I'm like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, that was the outside demo area around all the machines. They had a note.
It was out Toro. It's on my video.
Yeah. And like I literally, like, the sign's laying on the ground, and like literally as like I'm finishing my last drink, I see that sign, and I'm like, oh shit, I never even thought about that. But that was a good time.
Right, because Wednesday afternoon we just went over there and we're like, oh yeah, walking around, and booths are giving out free beers, and everybody's just walking around with regular open containers of Mick Ultras and Bud Lights, and everybody's just walking around sipping beers, and we're like, oh, okay, so cool. It's like that. We'll have to remember that for tomorrow.
Yeah. Who was that gave us? Well, like when I walked up, you're like, go get a beer from that booth. Like, who was that guy? I don't even know who that was.
They're a like scheduling, like a landscape scheduling company. They make a scheduling software.
Shout out to
them. Workflow software. They're called Workwave.
Whoever they may be.
They're called Workwave. They're actually out of New Jersey. I was on a flight with them out there and back.
There you go.
But they're like 25 minutes from me. So like I walked up to the booth, they're like, "Hey, you guys want a beer?" And I turned around. I was like, "Oh, hey, you were on my plane, man." He's like, "Oh yeah. Yeah, hey, what's going on?" So we started talking, but yeah, they do like an industry like scheduling software type thing. But yeah, they had a big table set up, and they had big bushel buckets with ice and beers in them. They were like, "Oh yeah, just grab a beer. Say less." Don't have to tell me twice.
Real quick, talking about big equipment with Olee. When we were outside, he's naming model numbers of the Kubotas and the John Deeres to me. He's like, yeah. I don't know which one that is. I'm like, "You got that one?" He's like, "No, I got the S2 100." Like, I'm like, what? But it was cool looking at some of that stuff.
I think we lost Olee at least every 20 minutes. Yeah, and then it would take 20 minutes to find him and get back, because that's what happened. Like, we'd get together and we'd start walking, and he'd stop at a booth and start talking. We'd wait 5-10 minutes. We're like, "All right, we're leaving," and we'd walk down. Then he'd be gone. Then he'd be calling like, "Hey, where y'all at?" So we'd have to like, "All right, look for this sign," and then he'd meet up with us. And 10 minutes later, he's talking to someone else. It's like, good God, like, I'm surprised Olee didn't come back with like 13 new machines.
That's what I was thinking.
Making plans.
Yeah.
Making plans.
I'd like to come back with. I'd like to brought something back, but it didn't work out.
How many?
It's Olee about that 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
What's going on with it?
Well, we got some giveaways.
Yeah,
we hit that 1,000, and I guess we'll throw several people like the main event, the 600 main event dry iron. We'll throw one of them in there too. But I know that Micro Life, Mr. Soul Life, said at 1,000 that he would give away a program for up to 4,000 square foot yard, like of Micro Life fertilizers, like a detailed program.
That's pretty good.
And then whenever he said he'd do it again when we hit 1,500.
For like a full year, right?
Let me go back and look at that screenshot. I'm pretty sure it is.
I remember.
I mean,
I don't lie.
Legit, I feel like we have a kick-ass core group of folks that tune into the live chat. I feel like there's even more out there that listen to us on their drive to work every morning or whatever. Talk to your coworkers, neighbors, tell them about us. We would love to. I mean, we got so many ideas we're throwing out. We're going to do a brainstorm sesh, talk about what we could do to get ready for quote season 2 of KOTG. I mean, we love all you guys, and we would love to just keep this going and open up features and things that we can do to make the show even more interactive than it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this would be a full year program for a 4,000 square foot yard. Would be 5 applications. Would also include some super seaweed and some ocean harvest, which I'm getting ready to use some. The ocean harvest is a 4-2-3. I'm gonna do a little spoon feeding with it just as soon as everything here's germinated.
Yeah, that's huge.
So that's a pretty good, and that's on top of some other stuff, isn't it, Nate?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I have a $200 gift card for Simple Lawn Solutions that I'm gonna throw in the pot for when we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have 2 $100 gift cards. So we're not just going to do a humongous one person winner takes all. I mean, we're looking to do several giveaways, and hopefully, 10 plus people can walk out of there with some swag or some merchandise.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
I got a couple
so
things
cool.
too that I'm donating.
You got what?
I got a couple things that I'm donating as well for this giveaway. So
Those toys are not needed in this show, sir.
This is a family affair. Okay.
Why is there handcuffs in here?
Especially if they've been used. No.
Oh man.
I like them furry because they tickle.
But no, we're gonna get together a kind of like a full comprehensive list, but we're gonna have obviously the stuff from Microlife. We're going to have the gift cards from Nate for Simple Lawn Solutions. We're going to have some Simple Lawn Solutions products. We're going to probably have some Pro Pete products. We're going to have some hats and koozies, and
It's huge.
we're going to put together a whole big thing.
I mean, Hooba
What
Jubes,
he's saying
thingamajigs,
is
all the
everybody should
stuff.
help us get 1,000 subscribers. So everybody should,
Hey, if you want to
get a friend to subscribe.
So we're only at what, 145, 100,
Any grandpa,
135 away. So
Yeah.
we're
Post in your stories.
trying to get there by the end of the year. So I think we can do that. We got another 2 months.
I mean, I was literally at PBR meeting people with their phone in my hand, like subscribing them to our channel. I was working. I was networking while we were there.
Hustling.
I did meet a cool dude in the bathroom. I'm kind of a
Let me go get my lip balm. I'll be right back.
Shit.
Be careful.
Save that.
I set my beer down to wash my hands. And I was like, don't be touching that Busch Light. He's like, nah, dude, I'm gonna go get my own. I'm like, that a boy, I was like, he's like, oh yeah, I love Busch Light. I'm like, sweet. And then
I
he's
did
from
see you
Louis.
sneak him one.
Yeah, so I said, swing over by. So then him and his girlfriend came by, and I chatted. They came back by later. I chatted with them for, I bet you 15, 20 minutes. They're nice. They're cool people. And but yeah, both of them subscribed to the channel right there. So, sometimes a Busch Light in the bathroom will get you a couple subscribers. You never know.
Yeah, buddy.
But
I tell you, I love everyone that jumps on the live chat and tunes in. Honestly, like my favorite thing is to sit on the couch, scroll through Instagram, TikTok, look at everybody's stuff while the wife's watching Big Brother or whatever it is she's doing. It's awesome. I love this community. I love everybody that jumps on the show and watches us shoot the shit.
Same.
for sure.
It's kick ass. This is unique. This is awesome.
Oh, LTZ said he'd give away a free mustache ride.
Oh,
So
wow.
let's figure out how to work that into the.
And holy shit is
It's very
Make
generous.
it two
Yeah, it's cold now.
mustache rides.
I got a little too carried away. Feel like a goober now.
Goober.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
All right.
Help us out. Help us get to that 1,000, and we got some big things in the works to give away to numerous winners. The big time lawn care giveaway 2021.
If nothing else, you might get some lip balm if you don't win the big prize.
Right.
This could be the biggest giveaway. I mean, this really could.
Ever.
Everybody, it's been we got so many people chipping in, man. This is going to be kick ass.
What is
I'm
that?
excited.
Coconut flavored?
Yes.
I got about 5 of them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Dang
That's
it.
what I say. When I went back over to leave, I was looking for y'all one more time. And they
You
had
6 of them yesterday.
Yeah, he had all that stuff laid out, and I was like, asking Mike or whatever, was like, what's this here? He's like, lip balm. I was like, all right, I'll grab one. He give me like 5. They don't want to take them back. I said, all right. We'll grab one. I said, what's the deal with the grass seed? And I turned it around and it said RTF, and then it said HGT, which I didn't know what that was. It's healthy grass technology. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, it's bluegrass. I was like, well, damn, give me that. Come on. I wish I'd have come by sooner.
Yeah, that whole 1 pound on your 3 acres is going to do a lot.
Well, I still got that little spot at the shop to play with, though. It's only 38 square feet.
Dr. Greg
Only
said, Nate,
3,800.
Dr. Greg said, Nate, you got to get some MVS
Oh.
lip balm. Do you
I didn't
have
know-
Mountain View Seeds lip balms?
If we got
Dr. Greg?
Dr. Greg, you better send me some.
Let me get one of those. Let me get one of those. I got a Mountain View Seeds.
Hey,
balm.
wait, Dr. Greg's
That
in the chat.
musky
Yeah.
scent.
So hey,
It is
Oh,
I was
yeah,
talking
yeah,
with
yeah.
Austin, and
yeah.
Austin from Barenbrug, and he said, and this was his idea, he wants to come on the show with you, Barenbrug and Mountain View Seeds, one episode, and you just Munshaw and Austin. And he said that you guys, he should actually show me pictures of it. You guys just went on a motorcycle trip, which is pretty sweet. So I think that'd be cool. I didn't know you guys were buddies. So Want to do that in the future?
cool.
I think that'd be a cool
That'd be
idea.
fun.
Yeah.
That would be, yeah. Austin mentioned that, and we said that would be great. And he's like, oh yeah, we went on a motorcycle trip together. We're like, oh, you guys are pals? And he's like, yeah, we're cool.
Even when he was leaving, he was like, hey, remember my idea? Like, so he was all jacked about it.
Ooh, they could both come on and give away some lip balm.
Who's got the best lip balm?
So
I like
much
that.
lip balm. Good
We
Lord.
got the grass seed. There's a grass seed shortage. You're not going to be able to get anyone anyway. But who has the best lip balm?
Oh, hey. So we just had a comment. Corrine McGarvey said, my fiance just made me subscribe. Sweet.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
Corrine.
you.
We're one
Love
step closer to 1K. So,
That's it.
but
You've made it.
all right, we need to wrap this one up.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get out of here. Let's
We
do it.
appreciate you all. Thanks for listening to
That
our
would be
rambling.
interesting.
Thank you, guys.
Grass stock.
What do we got next week?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't know. Do we ever know?
We gotta check the Google
Stay
Drive.
tuned.
giveaway.
Stay
We're gonna
tuned.
be there.
We had to confirm next week before we announce, but hopefully a special guest. So
Working on it. Always working on something. So we'll let you guys know. Follow the Instagram.
But
keep.off.d.grass.
Ooh, Peppa Pig.
KOTG.live is the website. And follow us on all the podcast platforms. Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
iTunes.
Amazon. You can find us everywhere. We appreciate y'all.
Hey man, we even at the Kentucky Derby.
We're at the Kentucky Derby.
Ooh.
in shorts
was
and
amazing.
t-shirt.
Shorts and t-shirts.
I mean,
With
that's how I
pride.
dress every day. I wasn't sweating it. Y'all boys was having a fit.
You're putting your dirty old feet up on leather freaking couches and shit.
How do you think those rich guys act when they get drunk at that horse race?
Not wrong.
I wouldn't know.
Abusive.
I wouldn't either, but I got an idea.
I got an idea.
A lot worse than I act.
Yep. And as always, big thank you, John Pocock, Melissa Pocock from Pro P Fertilizers. Thank you for sponsoring the Lawn of the Week, which this week was Velvet Lawn. So shoot us a message. Let us know what MPK you want from Pro Pete, and we'll reach out to John and get that sent out to you, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
Peace.
Later, y'all.
Peace.